You're having a... Did you know that you can find out your baby's gender way before the 20-week ultrasound? And you don't have to pay for an expensive genetic test from your doctor's office? And you don't even need a doctor's referral. In this video, I'm going to show you how to test for your baby's gender super early on in pregnancy. I used a company called SneakPeek. They claim to be 99.9% accurate at telling you your baby's gender as early as 6 weeks pregnant. I'm going to let you know my experience, how much it cost, and if the test was accurate. So stay tuned. And if you're wondering what the heck is on my forehead, this is what happens when you open a car door in your face. My name's Corinne Smart, and welcome to Wanna Be Mama. It basically all started when I was 10 weeks pregnant and I was at my doctor's appointment. I really wanted to know what I was having, and I was super bummed because I was nowhere close to the 20-week mark to find out what I was having through ultrasound. My doctor and I were just talking, and I was like, it would be kind of cool if I could find out the baby's gender now. And she said that there's a company called SneakPeek where you can test for your baby's gender at home, and they'll let you know what you're having weeks before the 20-week ultrasound. I was like, what? I had no idea that was even a possibility. I thought you had to go to the doctor or just wait for the ultrasound. So I ran home from the doctor's office and I immediately Googled, and this is what I found out. So how SneakPeek works is they search for the Y chromosome in your blood. If they find the Y chromosome, that means you're having a boy. But if there's no Y chromosomes in your blood, that means you're having a girl. The company has a couple options for testing for your baby's gender early on in pregnancy. The first option is with an at-home gender test, where you either prick your finger or you put a device on your arm that collects a blood sample that you will then send to their lab. The finger prick test on their website is called the Lancet Standard Test, and it costs $79. The device where you put on your arm is called the Snap Standard Test, and it costs $99. And just a side note, be sure to check their website's pricing because the pricing might have changed since I posted this video. These at-home tests claim to be 99.9% accurate, but you do have to wait for the test to be mailed to you, and then you have to wait for the test to be mailed back before you get the results. So yes, the test is supposedly accurate, but there is a lot of waiting. So the results aren't as immediate as I would like. The second option is called the SneakPeek Clinical test. With this test, you go into a provider's office, they will draw your blood for you, and then send the vial to the lab, and then you find out your results within like 2 days. This test costs $129. And the clinical test is what I decided to do. I decided to do the clinical test for a couple reasons. I liked that I was able to schedule my blood draw that day. So I just scheduled my appointment for today at 2:30. I also liked that they would be drawing the blood for me so that there was less chance of user error. And I liked that the blood sample they were sending them had more blood in it than what the at-home test provides. Like the vial of blood they were sending them was pretty big. So it made me feel more confident that my results were actually going to be accurate. And then also the clinical test, you find out your results as early as 2 days. So it's super fast. It was $129, and we're gonna find out the gender of my baby at like 10 weeks. I was emailed my results the very next day. So if you're like me and you want to know your baby's gender as soon as possible, here's how to find a SneakPeek Clinical test in your area. So basically what you do is you go to the SneakPeek Clinical test page on their website and then type in your zip code and click search. And all the providers will be listed on the page. I will link their website in the description below. And if you find out that your area doesn't offer the clinical test, you can search that link for the at-home gender test as well. I picked one, contacted them, and then scheduled my blood draw for that day. Yay, we're here. We're gonna go in now to get a blood draw. Woohoo! When I got to the clinic, they had me fill out SneakPeek's online form that linked my blood sample and my name to their clinical test. And then once I was done filling out that form, they just drew my blood and they mailed the sample for me that day. And then the following evening is when I was emailed the results.
So what are we doing, love?
We're finding out the results of our gender test. Are you ready?
Is this cheating?
No. Okay.
Is this cheating?
You have to look with me though.
Okay, I'll look with you.
Okay. You're having a... Yes! A girl. So awesome. How do you feel about that?
It feels great.
No, are you okay with that?
Of course I'm okay.
That's awesome. Oh, yay! Okay, so apparently they found only girl chromosomes in my blood because they search for like the XY chromosome, and if they don't find that, then you're having a girl. Yeah, that makes me really happy. You guys, it was so fast. It seemed too good to be true. I wanted to double check the accuracy of the SneakPeek Clinical test. So I did do the extensive genetic testing provided by my doctor's office. And that test also confirmed that I was pregnant with a girl. So in conclusion, the SneakPeek Clinical test was 99.9% or for me 100% accurate at letting me know my baby's gender early on in pregnancy. I was almost 11 weeks pregnant when I found out what I was having. Will I do the test again for my next pregnancy? It was only $129 and I only had to wait 1 day to find out what I was having. So heck yes, I will be doing it again for my next baby. I hope this video was helpful. If you're new to Wanna Be Mama, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notification button. My channel offers infertility and motherhood support. Reach out to me on social media and let me know in the comments below if SneakPeek worked for you and how early in pregnancy you were when you took it. Thanks for watching Wanna Be Mama. Good luck, ladies. Where's Valley Girl? Where is she? Where is she?